Hello students, welcome back into the another session of CS07 sorting and searching. As all of you know that we are discussing about various sorting technique, yet we have completed with very basic sorting technique called insertion sort. Then we have discussed about theory, algorithm and program of insertion sort. Lastly, we have completed with the discussion of quick sort. And in today's lecture, we are going to start one of the best, fastest and little bit complicated sorting technique, that is called as bucket sort. I have already cleared one question in previous lecture that why all these sorting techniques are there. As it sorts the number, then why can't we use any single sorting technique? The reason is its time complexity and the space complexity. Every sorting technique have their own advantages and disadvantages. That's why we are supposed to discuss each and every sorting technique differently. So let's start without wasting more time about the bucket sorting. The theory of bucket sort says that bucket sort is also called as bin sort. It is a sorting algorithm that works by partitioning an array into the equal number of buckets. Again, I am repeating my words. Bucket sort is also known as bin sort. It is an algorithm, or you can say it is a sorting technique which divides an array into the equal number of buckets. Yes, over here buckets are the logical buckets. It's just like a bag. Each bucket is then sorted individually, either using the different sorting algorithm or by recursively applying the bucket sorting algorithm. Over here we have to keep two things in our mind. The first thing is that we have to divide our number into the equal number of buckets, and then by applying any of the sorting algorithm or recursively bucket sorting algorithm for sorting all these individually or all these buckets individually. It is a distribution sorting, and even it also called as radix sort. Bucket sort is a generalization of pigeonhole sort. Since bucket sort is not a comparison sort, the equation of bucket sort is omega n log n, where lower bound is inapplicable to this particular sorting technique. No doubt we'll make it very simple that how it works. The logical flow of bucket sort is like this. Step number 1, initialize a one array which contains equal number of buckets. So that means first create a one array which generates equal number of buckets for sorting the numbers. That is step number 1. Step number 2 is scatter. That means go over the original array and putting each object into its equivalent bucket. That means what is step number 2? Step number 1 is create an array for empty buckets. Step number 2, go into the original array which holds the number, take the number from that particular array and put it into the particular bucket which has been created by step number 1. Step number 3 is what? Sort each non-empty buckets. That means once the relevant numbers are put into the bucket, sort each bucket one by one. And step number 4 is gather. Just look at to these two words, scatter and gather. Step number 4 is gather. Visit the bucket in order and put all elements back into the original array. That means whatever the values that you have kept into the bucket, must be sorted. Again, take all that values from the sorted bucket and put it into the original array. Ultimately, you will get your all the numbers sorted. So that's why bucket sort is also called a scatter gathered method sorting algorithm also. Bucket sort run in linear time on average. It assumes that the input is gathered by a random process that distributes element uniformly over the interval of 0 to 1. No doubt all these theories are a little bit complicated to understand. We'll make a very simple program for the same, but before that let's see the algorithm of bucket sort. The algorithm of bucket sort is like this. Step number 1 is start. Step number 2 is initialize the length of bucket. That means create a one array which contains specific n number of elements. Then initialize I is equals to 1 for taking all the values into the bucket. Step number 4 is for every buckets, that means starting from the first value to the last value of every buckets, insert that particular value into the appropriate bucket. Step number 5 is then sort all the buckets individually. With any of the sorting technique, here you can use insertion sort, bubble sort, quick sort, any. And then in step number 6, concat all the list together in order which give you the sorted data. And step number 7 is stop. Let's make a program based on this particular algorithm. So this is the program. Let me show you first the output. Let me put a CLR SCR so the previous execution gets clear from the screen. So this is the program. First it will ask how many numbers you wish to enter into the single dimensional array. Suppose I'm giving 5. Then one for loop repeats which accept any 5 number from the user. Suppose I am inserting unsorted number. My first number is 9, which is on A0 for example. Then second is 1, then 0, then 2, and then 3. So 9, 1, 0, 2 and 3, all these are the unsorted numbers, and total there are 5 numbers. My program will sort the number, that means press Alt F5. My program will sort the number and it displays like this onto the screen: 0, 1, 2, 3 and 9 is not there, something is wrong. Let's see again. Zero, 1, 2, 3, last is not coming, 9 is not coming. let's give the less number of items, say for example 4 2 1 0 3. What will be the output? 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3. Okay, it shorts less than 5 numbers. My program will short less than 5 numbers, that's why there is a one problem over there. We'll make it shorted out. You can see that over here I have given the size of array is 4, then I have entered for any 4 unshorted number like 2 1 0 and 3. First it will print all unshorted number, then my program will short all the numbers and it prints 0 1 2 3, which is the shorted number onto the screen. So let's see how this particular program works by debugging the code. First of all, one array of 100 size is going to be declared over here with two more variable called I and number. One message is onto the screen, enter the size of array, and whatever the size I enters, store inside the variable called number. That means suppose over here I am giving 4, then this 4 is going to be stored over here into the number. Then one for loop repeats from 0 to less than number times. That means it will accept any 4 unshorted number from the users. Say for example I am entering any 4 unshorted number like 6, 0, 2 and 1. So all that numbers are going to be stored inside the variable called array of I. Now this for loop will display all unshorted number onto the screen. That means the array of element before the sorting is 6, 0, 2 and 1. You can see that all these numbers are unsorted. Then there is a one message, the array of elements after the sorting. That means this is just a message, but over that there is a one function called bucket underscore sort. Over here just observe that bucket sort B is capital and sort S is capital, and in this function call I am passing the two arguments, that is called as array, which is all unsorted number, and total number, which is 5. So numbers are passed 6, 0, 2, 1 and 4 into the bucket sort. So all that information comes over here. Then as per the logic of bucket sort, this particular for loop counts that how many numbers are there into the unsorted list, that is 4. So this count becomes 4. Then the step number 2 and step number 3 of algorithm, which actually creates the equivalent buckets for every number. So for 6, 0, 2 and 1, 4 buckets has been created by this particular second for loop, and this third for loop will rearrange all the numbers, that means sort all the numbers and stored into the equivalent bucket and return over the function call all that numbers are sorted. So this for loop will print all sorted number onto the screen. So the output would be 0 1 0 2 0 1 2 and 6. Let's repeat this code and let me show you the output. uh, 0 2 3 and 9. Last one is not. Let's revise. enter total 4 digits. First one is 4, then 1, then 0, and then 2. 0, 1, 2, and 2 is repeating. 4 is not coming. Why? 4, 8, 1, 0, and 3. What will be the output? 0, 1, 3, and 3 is repeating. Give 5 numbers: 3, 1, 0, 2, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see that there are shorted numbers like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 onto the screen for any unshorted 5 numbers. So just note down this inputted elements. Let me show you over the notepad. Total number of elements is 5. Then we have entered the elements like 3, 1, 0, 2, and 4. Fine. Now let's see this particular program over the notepad for better visibility, as in recorded lecture it not shows properly. So I'm just opening the code. This is the program. What will be the definition? Write a program to sort the number using bucket sort. Technique. What I have done first? First I have declared the necessary library function. Then let me shift this void main statement before the function call. Then there is a one void main statement. Inside the void main statement, one array I have declared of size 100. You can kept 10 over here, no problem. Then two local variable called I and number. Then the basic function called CLR-ACR. Then there is a message: enter the size of array, scanf %d and %number. Whenever you run this particular program, the first message onto the screen is enter the size of array. So over here I have given the size called 5. So once you give this 5, one more message is over there: enter element to be sorted and num. That means it will ask any 5 unsorted number. Any 5 unsorted number is accepted by this particular for loop. So over here what I have written: for I is equals to 0, I less than num, I plus plus. So there is an usage of I. Scanf %d and %a of I. That means whatever the numbers that I have inserted is stored into the one dimensional array like this. A of 0 is equals to 3. Then A of 1 is equals to 1, a of 2 is equals to 0, a of 3 is equals to 2, and a of 4 is equals to 4. So in this way, this unsorted numbers is going to be stored by this particular for loop. Then there is a one message, the array of elements before sorting. That means this type of message comes once you enter this value, the array of elements before sorting, and this unsorted list is going to be printed onto the screen, same like this. Once it is done, by this particular for loop, one more message is there, the array of element after sorting. That means just this particular message is going to be printed onto the screen like this, and there is a one function call. Just observe this B and short, I have done it in uppercase. It's not compulsory to give in uppercase, you can keep kept as a small case, lower case also, but remember whatever you have done. So function call is there, array and number is passed. That means this 5 and all these unsorted numbers are going to pass into the function called bubble sort. So program jumps from over here to this particular line of code. In this line of code, there is a function initialization. All unsorted number stores in this array, and 5 is stored in this particular variable called n. Then in this function, there is an declaration of two local variable called I and j, and count is equals to 10. Maximum my program sorts any 10 numbers. Then whatever the values are there in this array must be counted. So this for loop counts how many values are there into the array. Ultimately it gets the count called 5 because we have entered 5 unsorted elements. Once it is done, it creates equivalent buckets for all these 5 numbers. So for I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, count array of I plus plus. That means it creates the equivalent buckets. And after creating all the buckets, it internally sorts all the buckets and store the equivalent value. Over here just observe that there is no initialization, just I have kept a semicolon. So don't make a mistake over here also. Once all the sorting is done, again program came back over the function call, and this for loop print all the sorted element onto the screen. So what will be the output of this particular program? The output of this particular program would be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the sorted number of entered element. So in this way we can perform bucket sorting. I hope all of you have a little bit idea about how that bucket sorting works. I know this is little bit difficult to digest, but listen every word very carefully, so it becomes easier to know about bucket sorting. Now I am just giving you a few moments for writing the program. First write down the definition, that is write a program to sort the number using bucket sort technique. Then pause the video and write down all these selected lines. Write every lines very carefully. Don't miss any of the comma, semicolon, variable name, anything. Just note down every line properly. That means write down all these selected line. Just pause the video again and note down the remaining lines. Just pause the video and write down remaining selected lines. I hope all of you have written the entire program. Input the values like this. First give 5, then give unsorted values like this. Then by pressing Alt F5, try to visualize the sorted value like this, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me rerun the program again just for the cross verification purpose. It's getting sorted, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. My inputted values are 3, 2, 0, 1 and 4, and the output is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this program works properly. I hope all of you are clear with how the bucket sorts work. In our next lecture, we'll go for another sorting technique called merge sort, which is very easy comparative to the bucket sort. Thank you very much, students, for listening me, and have a nice day.